Introducing Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Larry Stevens, and yours truly, Don Wilson. The night before Christmas, and at Jack Benny's house, there are presents for all, even cheese for the mouse. Jack is up on a chair, then he's down on his knee, but you have to do that when you're trimming a tree.
Well, we're all through, Mary. Gee, it was nice of you to come over and help me trim the tree.
Well, if I didn't, you'd never get it done. Say, Jack, shall I put the snow around the bottom now?
Not yet. I want to see if the lights are working. I'll hold up the bulb, but then when I say ready, you plug it in.
Okay. Ready?
Ready. Pull it out! Pull it out! Pull it out! My goodness.
Oh, Jack, why did you make me shut it off? Those lights were so pretty, especially those two blue ones that kept flashing on and off.
Those were my eyes. I must have been holding on to a bare wire.
Well, it's your own fault. Every time you fool around with electricity, something goes wrong.
It does not. I know plenty about electricity.
Oh, sure. Remember what happened 2 years ago when you fixed your doorbell?
What happened?
I pushed the button and it burned down Crosby's house.
Oh, stop exaggerating. Anyway, hand me that roll of tape. Give me that tape. I'll fix this bare wire right now.
Here you are.
Thanks. Comes to electricity, I know what I'm doing. See, when you see a bare wire, you just tape it up like this. And that way it's insulated against outside elements. There, that ought to be enough tape. All right, Mary, plug it in.
Okay.
Pull it out! Pull it out! Pull it out! For heaven's sake.
What happened, Jack?
I taped my finger to the wire. That's what happened.
Oh, gee. And that time it is even prettier than before.
What do you mean?
Your nose lit up, too.
It did not. Let's get this tree finished before the gang gets here.
But, Jack, what about the light?
We'll have to let that go until later. Now, hand me one of those...
Oh, Mr. Benny.
What is it, Rochester?
I baked that cake like you told me to.
Good. Did you have enough whipped cream to spell out Merry Christmas on top?
Yeah. Say, boss, how many R's in Mary?
2.
Oh.
So you better add one.
Add one? I better cross one out. I got 3.
Well, leave it. It's better than ruining the cake.
Okay.
Oh, Rochester, will you please take these Christmas tree lights and fix them?
Fix them?
Yes.
I ain't fooling around with electricity.
Now, what are you afraid of?
I ain't going to get hit by nothing I can't hit back.
Oh, Roger. Imagine being afraid of electricity. Suppose Robert Fulton was afraid of electricity. He never would have invented the electric light. Would he?
Jack, you're thinking of Thomas Edison.
Edison? Well, then what did Robert Fulton do?
He said, don't give up the ship.
That was John Paul Jones. Now, let's not start that again. Now, Rochester, please fix these lights, will you?
Okay. Let's see. Now, in electricity, there's the electrons and the electrodes. Then there's the positive and the negative. But I ain't positive which one is negative. Then there's the atom. Now, the atoms are supposed to go from the positive to the negative, or maybe they go from the electrons to the electrodes. Then again, maybe they go from Natchez to Mobile.
Rochester.
Now, as long as these atoms keep passing each other, everything is all right.
Yeah.
But when they meet halfway and start fighting, they're going to turn on anybody who tries to butt in.
Rochester, I'm not interested in the scientific details. I just want you to fix those lights. And I promise you, while you're holding the wires, no one in this room will turn on the switch.
I know, boss. While I'm holding the wire, you ain't going to turn on the switch, and Miss Livingston ain't going to turn on the switch.
Of course not.
But way up there at Boulder Dam, there's a little man sitting in a room with thousands of wires around him.
What?
How do I know he ain't going to do something just to break the monotony?
Oh, all right. I'll fix it myself. Go back in the kitchen. Come in.
I'm looking for Mr. Benny. Mr. Jack Benny.
Me?
Yes.
But you're a policeman.
Well, now, what do you know? This blue uniform has given me away again.
But, officer. Mary, say something.
But, officer,
Is that all you can say?
that's all you said.
Now, officer.
Mr. Benny, I hate to be doing this to you on Christmas Eve, but I have a complaint about you disturbing the peace last week at Moore's department store.
At Moore's department. Oh, that. Well, officer, that wasn't my fault at all. You see, first I had trouble with some crazy floor walker who kept hollering, "Stop breathing on my carnation." And then...
A little slower, please. I'm writing it down.
Yes, sir.
How many R's in carnation?
1. And then some silly guy kept following me around, asking me what I thought I ought to buy his wife for Christmas. Now, I didn't mind it the first time or the second time, but he kept hounding me. And just before the real trouble started, I was standing by the perfume counter when all of us... I was trying to buy some perfume for my sister, Flora.
Here's your change, dear.
Thank you. Come on, Mary. Let's get over
I
to...
beg your pardon, mister.
Oh, it's you again.
What do you think I ought to buy my wife for Christmas?
I told you before, I don't know what you should buy your wife for Christmas. Figure it out yourself.
Figure it out yourself, he says. Figure it out yourself. Fine Christmas, Spirit.
Look, I don't care what you buy your wife for Christmas. Don't buy her anything.
Don't buy her anything. We've been married for 12 years. What are you trying to do? Break us up?
Look, I don't know your wife. I've never seen your wife.
What's going on here? What's the trouble? That man's been caught stealing somebody's wife.
What?
At your age, you gray-haired wolf.
Now, wait a minute. One time, let me through. What's going on here?
Oh, it's you, my little Cupid with the droopy soupy.
Now, cut that out and don't blame me for this because it's...
Stop breathing on my carnation.
I'll breathe on it as much as I like.
Stand up, everybody. The man is mad.
You're darn right I'm mad, and this is all your fault, mister. Asked me to buy your wife for Christmas. For all I care, you can buy her a dog collar.
What size?
What size? There you are, folks. See what a crazy guy is, and you blame me. Why, it's not my fault. I'm not the type that would start trouble. I'm a peaceful home...
Shut up!
Oh, come on, Mary. Let's get out of here. And that's exactly what happened, officer. Believe me.
By golly, it's amazing. It sounds like something you'd hear on the radio.
Yeah.
Well, I'm convinced it wasn't your fault, and I'm going to forget all about this complaint and be wishing you folks a Merry Christmas.
The same to you, officer.
And a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Say, Mary, he was a nice fella at that. wasn't
Yes, he was.
Now, come on, Mary. Let's put the presents around the tree before the gang gets here. Huh? Well, Mary, we got all the packages under the tree. It looks nice, doesn't it?
It sure does. Jack, if you're not going to use the Christmas tree lights, let's put on the candy canes.
Okay, here's the box, and you can... Hey, wait a minute. I had 12 candy canes, and now there are only 11. Where's the other one?
Don't look at me.
I'm not looking at you. I'm asking you.
All right, I ate it. Here's 10 cents.
Smarty. I bet you'd be surprised if I took it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you sued me.
Mary, let's get this finished, will you?
Jack, you better pick up those lights off the floor before somebody steps on them.
Oh, yes. Now, where can I put them? I'll put these lights up here on the chair. This chair right here. And, Mary, here's Rochester's present. I forgot that. Slip it under the tree. Boy, will he be surprised.
But, Jack, how'll he be surprised? You've got toilet water written all over the package.
Well, you got to do that with Rochester. When he opens a package and finds a bottle, he never stops to read the label. Last year, I gave him a miniature ship and a bottle, and the mask stuck out of his mouth for 3 days. Every time I asked him something, he had to answer me through the crow's nest. Believe me, Mary, I know what I'm doing.
Well, Jack, I guess that does it. Tree's all finished.
Yeah. Gee, it looks swell. I'm kind of tired. I think I'll sit down for a minute and smoke a cigarette. Mary, have you got a match?
No.
Oh, well.
Oh, say, boss,
What is it, Rochester?
are your socks dry yet?
My socks? I think so.
Well, people will be here soon. You better take them off the tree.
Oh, that's right. You take them off, will you, Rochester? I'm tired. I want to sit here a while.
Yes, sir. Say, this tree looks all nice, but it's kind of dark. Oh, no wonder the lights aren't plugged in. I'll fix that.
Pull it out! Pull it out! Pull it out! For heaven's sake.
Well, what's the matter, Jack?
I was sitting on the wire. As long as you're here, Rochester, give me a match.
You don't need it now. Your cigarette is lit.
Oh, yes. Thanks, Rochester.
Don't thank me. Thank that little man up at Boulder Dam.
Rochester. I wonder how that guy at Boulder Dam knew I was sick. Oh, come in. Hello, Phil.
Hiya, Jackson. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Same to you, Phil.
Hey, Jackson, that Christmas tree looks terrific.
Yeah, it is a nice tree, isn't it?
Not only that, it's grown about 2 feet since last year.
Phil, this isn't the same one. You know, Phil, I believe in the old-fashioned way of getting a tree. I know when you get up early in the morning and bundle yourself up warm, and you throw an axe over your shoulder and go out in the woods, way out in the wilderness and chop down your own Christmas tree.
Yeah, you're right, Jackson. Where'd you find this one?
In the lobby of the Beverly Wilshire Hotel.
You said it. Timber! Yes, sir.
Say, Jackson, you ought to see the tree I got in my house. I got it all decorated, and then right on top I got a big red star.
A red star? Phil, it's supposed to be a silver star.
I know, but this way I get 5 red points. Oh, Harris, you humorist. You're the Mark Twain of your generation.
Mark Twain. Phil, it's Twain. Twain.
Wheelie?
Phil, after a gag like that, you're lucky Santa doesn't scratch you with his claws. Say, that was pretty good, too.
Don't bother sending us Cracker Jack, Mother. We're now getting corn by the ton.
Oh, I don't know, Mary. I thought that was pretty cute. Hey, Phil, what do you got in that package there?
Oh, I forgot, Jackson. It's a Christmas present for you.
For me?
Yeah, me and the boys in the band all chipped in and got it for you.
Well, thanks. I'll put it under the tree.
Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Open it up right now.
Okay. It was certainly nice of you and the boys to think of me. I really didn't. Oh, Phil, thanks. Gee, a beautiful turtleneck sweater. Gee.
Well, look inside of it, Jackson.
Inside? Oh. Oh, Phil.
What is it, Jack?
A turtle. Fine present. I'll fix him. Imagine bring me a turtle for anything, Gary. Come here, Phil. Phil, sit down on my chair.
Well, thanks, Jackson.
Are you comfortable, Phil?
Sure.
Good. Mary, push him the clock.
Oh, Jack, you wouldn't dare.
Hand me the plug. I'll give it to him myself.
Hey, Jackson, what about my present?
Yes, sit where you are. You'll get it. You'll get it. It's a surprise. Larry, watch him jump. 1, 2, 3. There. Phil, don't you feel anything?
No, why?
Well,
what about the surprise? What's the matter?
We're having a little trouble at Boulder Dam.
Mary, I can't understand what went wrong. Phil, stand up a minute.
Okay.
Let's see. There must be something wrong with this thing. Pull it out! Pull it out! Pull it out!
Fine thing to do to a guy on Christmas Eve.
Well, it's your old fault for trying to play a trick on Phil.
Oh, so that's it, eh, Jackson? Trying to give me a hot seat.
Oh, it was nothing, Phil. I was just trying to have a little fun. Pull it out! Pull it out!
Jack, that's a doorbell.
Oh. Come in. Hiya, Don. Hello, Larry.
Oh, Don, Phil, and Larry. Merry Christmas, Don.
Hey, I'm glad you fellas were able to come over.
Oh, say, Mr. Benny.
Yes, Larry.
Well, last night I went to the movies and I saw a picture called Hollywood Canteen.
You did?
Yes. And you want to know something?
What?
You were in it.
Yes, I know, kid. I happened to see the picture.
8 times.
What?
On the days he can't go, he sends me.
Rochester.
Between you and me, that seat never gets a chance to cool off.
Never mind.
Well, say, Jack, I saw the picture, too.
You did, Don? Well, Don, tell me, how did my violin solo go over?
Well, Jack, this will amaze you.
Really?
When you started to play, the man next to me got all excited and enthused.
Oh, I get it, Don. I get it. You don't have to...
Okay, Mr. Benny, I got the cake and coffee on the table.
Good. Come on, fellas. Let's have a little bite. Come on, everybody. Now, take it easy, fellas. Take it easy. Take it easy. There's enough for all.
Yes, folks, you don't have to crowd. Just line up to the right and have your ticket stubs ready.
Rochester, this is Christmas.
Oh, yes, excuse me.
Now, fellas. Hey, who can that be? Come in. Well, I'll be darned.
Hiya, Buck. Hello, everybody.
Well, what a surprise. Andy Devine.
Well, who'd you think I was? Frank Sinatra?
No, Andy, your voice and figure are both a little huskier, I think. Hey, Andy, there's Don Wilson.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Skinny.
Hello, Fatso. Well, that's the first time I ever heard a pot call a pot a pot. Say, Andy, how's your mother?
Oh, she's swell, Buck. Hey, you know, it's nice the way you think of her every year.
Oh, I always call my friends around the holidays.
Well, you don't have to worry about Ma. Buck, she wouldn't think of buying her Christmas cards from anyone else but you.
I know. That's why I always throw in a couple of extra ones, you know?
Here you are, folks. Here's a... Oh, hello, Mr. Devine. Well, hello, Rochester. I'm glad you dropped in on the boss. Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without you. Well, thanks, Roch. You know, the holidays wouldn't be the same if I didn't see all of you fools.
Those are the two voices that drove Gravel Gertie into hiding. Say, come on, Andy. You're just in time to have a bite to eat. And listen, I've been saving a bottle of champagne just for this occasion. Let's drink a toast.
Champagne,
Come on, fellas, everybody. Oh, Rochester, give me that bottle of champagne.
Here you are, boss. Shall I open it?
No, I'll open it myself. Thank you. Now, let's see. Champagne corks are so tight. Gee, they're hard to get loose.
For goodness sake, fellas, don't just stand there. Pull the cork out of his mouth.
Okay, hold your head still, Jackson. I'll pull a cork out. Now, there.
Jack, say something.
Rochester. Rochester, fill the glasses.
Yes, sir.
Hey, fellas, how about a toast?
Hey, I got one.
Go ahead, Andy. A toast? Go ahead.
Here's to you, Buck, Mary, Phil, and the whole gang. We've been friends for a long time, and I hope it always stays that way. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Andy! Merry Christmas!
Jack, can I give a toast, too?
Sure. Go right ahead, Mary.
A Merry Christmas to everyone, everywhere.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Hey, Jack, how about a toast from you?
Me? Yeah, I'd like to give a toast, too, Don. This is a toast to a lot of fellas I met in Africa, Europe, and the South Pacific. And to all you other boys out there I wasn't lucky enough to meet. Fellas, this is Christmas Eve, a time for happiness and good fellowship, a time when our hearts should be humble and forgiving. But this is war, and I've seen what you boys are up against on both sides of the world. I know the Christmas spirit must seem a very distant thing when you're crouched in a muddy foxhole or wading through the half-frozen slush. I know, too, that there's very little to remind you of Christmas inside a stifling tank or in the icy cockpit of a B-29 6 miles above Tokyo. Maybe you feel it as something you lost long, long ago, because the only Christmas lights you see are the burst of shells or the flashing path cut by tracer bullets. But Christmas is a spirit that springs from within and is so strong it transcends even the ugly scenes of a battlefield and fills the soul with a passion to defend the things that are right and just. You are the ones who have gone to the ends of the earth to preserve the freedom you know belongs to every man, to hasten the day when all mankind can once again live in dignity and in peace. So here's to you, fellas. Merry Christmas, and God bless you all.
tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike. Friends, every Lucky you light gives you a smoother, milder, more enjoyable smoke. There's never a rough puff in a Lucky because LSMFT, Lucky Strike, means fine tobacco.
Yes, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, ripe, light, naturally mild leaf that always gives you a more deeply enjoyable smoke, puff after puff, with never a rough puff. Now, fine tobacco like this costs more, and Lucky's pay more, millions of dollars more than official parity prices, to get fine tobacco that guarantees more real, deep-down smoking enjoyment for you.
Remember, too, the men who really know tobacco, the independent tobacco experts, choose Lucky Strike for their own personal smoking enjoyment. In fact, a recent survey reveals that more auctioneers, buyers, and warehousemen smoke Lucky Strike regularly than the next two leading brands combined.
So, friends, for your own real deep-down smoking enjoyment, smoke the smoke tobacco expert smoked Lucky Strike. Yes, light up a Lucky and enjoy a milder, smoother smoke with never a rough puff. You'll agree, in all the world, there's no finer cigarette than Lucky Strike. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go out to Beverly Hills and look in the windows of Jack Benny's house, you will see a very pretty Christmas tree, a picture of peace and serenity. But if you could have been there yesterday, well, why not?
Well, we're almost through trimming the tree, Mary. Gee, it was nice of you to come over and help me.
Well, if I didn't, you'd never get it done. Say, Jack, shall I put the snow around the bottom now?
Not yet. I want to see if the lights are working. I'll hold up the bulbs. When I say ready, you plug it in.
Okay. Ready?
Ready. Pull it out! Pull it out! Pull it out! My goodness.
Oh, Jack, why'd you make me shut it off? Those lights were so pretty, especially those two blue ones that kept flashing on and off.
Those were my eyes. I must have been holding on to a bare wire.
Well, it's your own fault. Every time you fool around with electricity, something goes wrong.
It does not. I know plenty about electricity.
Oh, sure. Remember what happened yesterday when you fixed your doorbell?
What happened?
I pushed the button, roasted a pig in Encino.
Oh, stop exaggerating. Anyway, hand me that roll of tape. I'll fix this bare wire right now.
Here you are.
Thanks. Now, let's see. To insulate a bare wire, you just tape it up like this. There. That ought to be enough tape. All right, Mary, plug it in.
Okay.
Pull it out! Pull it out! Pull it
out! Jack, what happened?
I taped my finger to the wire. That's what happened.
Oh, gee, and that time was even prettier than before.
What do you mean?
Your nose lit up, too.
It did not. What are you laughing at?
Benny, the red-nosed reindeer.
All right. Now, let's get this tree finished before the gang gets here.
But, Jack, what about the lights?
We'll have to let that go until later. Now, hand me one of those candy canes so I can...
Oh, Mr. Benny,
What is it, Rochester?
I baked that cake like you told me to.
Good, good. You have enough whipped cream to spell out Merry Christmas?
Yeah. Say, boss, how many R's in Mary?
2.
Uh-oh.
Well, you better add one.
Add one? I better cross one out. I got 3.
Well, leave it. It's better than ruining the cake.
Okay.
Rochester, will you please take these Christmas tree lights and fix them?
Fix them?
Yes.
I ain't fooling around with electricity.
Now, what are you afraid of?
I don't want to get hit by nothing I can't hit back.
Oh, Rochester, imagine being afraid of electricity. Suppose Robert Fulton was afraid. He never would have invented the electric light, would he?
Jack.
What?
You're thinking of Thomas Edison.
Edison? Well, then what did Robert Fulton do?
He wrote Mule Train.
Oh, yes. Now, Rochester, please fix these lights.
Okay. Now, let me see. In electricity, there's the electrons and the electrodes. And then there's the positive and the negative. But I ain't positive which one is negative. Then there's the atoms. Now, the atoms are supposed to go from the positive to the negative. Or maybe they go from the electrons to the electrodes. Then again, maybe they go from Amos to Andy.
Rochester.
Now, as long as these atoms keep passing each other, everything is all right. But when they meet halfway and start fighting, they're going to turn on anybody who tries to butt in.
Rochester, I'm not interested in the scientific details. I just want you to fix those lights. And I promise you, while you're holding the wires, no one in this room will turn on the switch.
I know, boss. While I'm holding the wire, you ain't going to turn on the switch. And Miss Livingston ain't going to turn on the switch.
Of course not.
But way up there at Boulder Dam, there's a little man sitting in a room with thousands of wires all around him.
So what?
How do I know he ain't going to do something just to break the monotony?
Oh, all right. I'll fix it myself. Come on, Mary. Help me finish the tree.
Okay, Jack. Hand me that candy cane, will you?
Here you are.
Da-da-dum-dum, dee-da-da-dum. I'll put the cane right next to the drum. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Let's see, where's that star? Deedle-dee-dum, deedle-dum-dee. I'll put the star on top of the tree. Santa Claus is coming to town. Gee, that looks swell.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
He knows when you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
So you better watch out. You better not cry.
Mary, you're cute, and so am I.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Well, Mary, we got all the packages under the tree. It looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you better pick those lights up off the floor before somebody steps on them.
Oh, yes. Now, where can I put them? I'll put them here on this chair. Now, Mary, some of the gifts I had sent direct from the store, but there's Phil Harris's present. Put it under the tree. Boy, will he be surprised.
But, Jack, how'll he be surprised? You've got toilet water written all over the box.
Well, you got to do that with Phil. When he opens the package and finds a bottle, he never stops to read the label. Last year, I gave him a miniature ship and a bottle, and the mask stuck out of his mouth for 3 days. Every time I asked him something, he had to answer me through the crow's nest. Believe me, I know what I'm doing.
Well, Jack, I guess that does it. The tree's all finished.
Yeah. Gee, it looks well. I'm kind of tired. I think I'll sit down for a minute and smoke a Lucky. Mary, have you got a match?
No.
Oh, say, boss.
What is it, Rochester?
Are your socks dry yet?
I think so.
Well, people will be here soon. You better take them off the tree.
Oh, that's right. You take them off, will you, Rochester? I'm tired. I want to sit here a while.
Yes, sir. Say, this tree looks awful nice, but it's kind of dark. Oh, no wonder the lights aren't plugged in. I'll fix that.
Pull it out! Pull it out! Pull it out! For heaven's sake.
Well, what happened this time?
I'm sitting on the wire. Now, as long as you're here, Rochester, give me a match.
You don't need it now. Your cigarette is lit.
Oh, yes. Thanks, Rochester.
Don't thank me. Thank that little man up at Boulder Dam.
Never mind. Don't plug that in anymore. I've had enough trouble with it. Come in. Oh, hello, Phil.
Hiya, Jackson. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Well, deck the halls with turnip greens if that ain't a lovely Christmas tree.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jackson, you ought to see the one I've got. It's all decorated with a lot of ornaments, and I got tinsel on it and everything. And then right up on the top, I got a picture of Alice.
Alice? Phil, you're supposed to have a picture of Santa Claus.
She's Santa Claus to me, Dad.
I know.
Hey, but no kidding, Jackson. I think we got the prettiest tree in Encino.
By the way, Phil, what are you having for Christmas dinner?
A roast pig.
What?
I don't know how it happened, but when I went out to feed it this morning, it was cooked standing up.
You see, Jack? I told you.
I thought you were kidding.
So did I.
Isn't that strange?
What are you two mumbling about?
Nothing. Hey, Phil, what do you got in that package there?
Oh, I almost forgot, Jackson. It's a present for you.
For me?
Yeah. Me and the boys in the band all chipped in and got it for you.
Well, thanks, Phil. I'll put it under the tree.
No, you don't. Go ahead, open it up now.
Okay. Gee, it's certainly nice of you and the boys. Oh, Phil, thanks. Gee, a beautiful turtleneck sweater. Oh, gee.
Look inside of it, Jackson.
Inside? Oh, Phil.
What is it, Jack?
A turtle. A fine present to give me. I'll fix him. Come here, Phil. Phil, sit down on this chair and relax.
Huh?
Go ahead, Phil. Sit down.
Thanks, Jackson.
Are you comfortable, Phil?
Sure.
Good. Mary, push in the plug.
Oh, Jack. You wouldn't dare.
Hand me the plug. I'll give it to him myself.
Hey, Jackson, what about my present?
Just sit where you are. You'll get it. It's a surprise. Mary, watch it, Cal. 1, 2, 3. Phil, don't you feel anything?
No, why?
Well,
what about the surprise? What's the matter?
We're having a little trouble at Boulder Dam.
Mary, I can't understand what went wrong. Phil, stand up a minute.
Okay.
Now, let's see. Must be something wrong with this thing.
Pull it out! Pull it out! Pull it out!
A fine thing to do on a guy on Christmas Eve.
Well, it's your own fault for trying to play a trick on Phil.
Oh, so that's it, eh, Jackson? Trying to give me a high hot foot.
Oh, Phil, I was just trying...
Pull it out! Pull it!
Jack, that's the doorbell.
Uh-oh. Come in. Oh, hello, Don.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Don.
Yeah, come on in, fellas.
Oh, you brought the Sportsmen with you. Merry Christmas, boys. Yeah, I'm sure glad you dropped in.
Say, Don, did you get many nice presents this year?
I sure did, Mary. And I couldn't wait. I've opened them already.
You have? What'd you get, Don?
Well, I got some gold cufflinks, a moving picture camera, a television set, a golf ball, and a diamond wristwatch.
Well.
Thanks for the golf ball, Jack.
You're welcome, Don. You do play golf, don't you?
No.
Oh. Well, you really ought to take it up, Don. It's great exercise for a fellow like you. And there's some beautiful courses around here.
Oh, that's fine. You give a guy one golf ball, and right away you want him to join a country club.
Well?
Why don't you give him a flea and tell him to go out and buy a dog?
Buy a dog. Now, look, Mary.
Well, Jack, the boys and I have to be running along.
Well, Don, can't you stay a little longer?
We'd like to, Jack, but the sportsmen have to rush over to the Ambassador Hotel. You know, they're appearing at the Coconut Grove.
Oh, yes.
Say, Jack, why don't we go over there one night this week?
Oh, we will, Mary, we will.
Jack, you should have been there last night. The boys did a novelty number for the holiday season. It was really wonderful. They called it Yule Train.
Oh, you mean Mule Train?
No, Jack. Yule Train.
Oh, Yule Train. Say, that's clever. How does it go, Don?
Well, come on, boys. Let's have it.
Santa Claus is riding high. Yule Train. Hiya, daughter. Hiya, Blitzen. Hiya, boy. Hi. Clippity clopping through the his reindeer never stop. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clippity, clippity-clippity, clippity-clopping along. What a busy, busy day you'll have that jolly old Kris Kringle. We hope that every one of you will hear his sleigh bells jingle. And underneath your tree find some LSMFT. We mean Lucky's, Lucky's, Lucky Strike. Everybody wants a carton full of Lucky Strike because they're round and firm and fully packed like good old Santa Claus. You're happy when you puff on a Lucky, sure enough. Get along, Yule Train, get along.
Hi, daughter, get up there, Blitzen. Hi, Prancer. Hi, Dancer. Hi, boy.
Sleigh rider in the sky, yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yay. Santa Claus is riding high. Get along, Yule Train, get along.
Don, that was wonderful. We'll be over at the Grove the first chance we get, won't we, Mary?
We sure will.
Well, that's swell. So long now, kids. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Don.
Well, Mary, you're going to stay and have dinner with me, aren't you?
Yes, you invited me.
Good. Then after dinner, we'll open all the presents.
I'll answer the phone, boss.
Never mind, Rochester. I'll get it. It's right here. Hello?
Now, look, Joe, I haven't got much time, so listen to me. I'm phoning to warn you that my husband's wise to us, and he's on his way over to your house with a gun. So get out of town, Joe. Get out quick. Remember what happened to Charlie.
Jack, what's the matter?
I don't know. Somebody keeps getting my number by mistake. It's the second time it happened. First it was Charlie, and now she thinks I'm Joe.
Joe who?
I don't know. We'll probably read it in the paper tomorrow. Oh, Rochester, how soon will dinner be ready?
In about 10 minutes, boss.
Oh, good.
Say, Jack, it's a little chilly in here. Don't you think so?
Yeah, maybe I ought to put another log on the fire. There we are. Gee, this log is heavy. Oh, Rochester! Never mind. Thanks, Mary. Now, let's sit down and wait until we get... All right, you can stop showing off. Now, let's sit down. You know, Mary, sitting here in front of the fireplace, you look like the prettiest girl in the whole world. If I were a painter, I'd take the reflection of the fires dancing in your hair and paint the loveliest... There's somebody at the door.
Well, answer, Grandma Moses. You can paint my hair later.
Yeah. Coming. Yes?
Good evening, sir. I'm selling Christmas cookies to raise funds for the Girl Scouts.
Christmas cookies? Well, you see,
Oh, you're Jack Benny, aren't you?
Yes?
Well, it would be silly of you to buy any. You bake them for us.
That's right. How did you know I baked those cookies?
All the gingerbread men have blue eyes.
Oh, well, I'll buy some anyway. I'll take a dozen. How much are they?
25 cents.
You mean you only make a penny profit? I mean, a penny on 12 cookies?
If we break any, we're dead.
Well, just be careful. By the way, what's your name, young lady?
Joan.
Oh, that's a nice name. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Mary, I just bought some cookies. I'll put them on the tree here.
Who'd you buy them from?
A girl who came to the door. Her name is Joan. Cute, too. You'd think her father would dress her a little better. Will you have a cookie, Mary?
No, it'll spoil my dinner. Oh, that reminds me. As long as I'm staying here, I better call my maid and tell her I won't be home.
Okay.
Hello? Hello, Pauline. This is Miss Livingston. Well, I won't be home for dinner, so I thought you'd like to know you could have... Pauline, are you still crying? Pauline, you got to get a grip on yourself. You've been carrying on like this all week. Now, look. He's married, on his way to Honolulu, and there's nothing you can do about it. Goodbye.
What's wrong, Mary?
Oh, that maid of mine. Just because Clark Gable got married, she's been crying for 5 days.
5 days? Hey, that's ridiculous.
Certainly, I got over it in 2.
Everybody makes such a fuss about Gable. Mary, let me ask you something. What's Clark Gable got that I... No. No, I'd be a fool to throw you a lead like that.
You sure would.
Hello, Mary. Hello, Mr. Benny. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Dennis. I didn't see you. When'd you get here?
I came in with Phil.
With Phil? That was quite a while ago. Where have you been?
Well, I sneaked upstairs and put your Christmas present under your pillow.
Oh. What took you so long?
I fell asleep.
Oh.
Say, Mr. Benny, I'd like to thank you for the present you sent me, but I'm all confused.
Confused? Why?
All the packages got mixed up and the tags fell off, and I don't know who sent me what.
Oh, all the cards fell off?
Yeah.
Well, look, kid, did you get a wristwatch?
Oh, a beautiful one, solid gold.
Well, take my card and put it on that. Now, let's...
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Dennis, I'll tell you what Jack gave you. What else did you get?
A portable radio, a cigarette lighter, a candid camera, a silk bathrobe, a golf ball.
Bingo.
Mary.
Dennis, Jack gave you that golf ball.
Oh! I thought it was kind of funny about Mr. Benny giving me the wristwatch.
Why?
On the back is engraved to Dennis from Mother and Dad.
Look, Dennis, on Christmas, it isn't what you get that counts. It's the spirit in which it was given.
Every year he says the same thing.
Certainly I say it because it's true. More people felt that way than...
Mr. Benny, dinner's ready.
Where are you? Oh, honey. Anything can happen on Christmas Day, you know. Good. Come on, Mary, we'll go to dinner.
Dennis, do you want to have dinner with us?
Oh, yeah, that'd be swell. And after dinner, we can all sit around the fire and...
Dennis, come here a minute.
Yes, sir?
Over here. Now, look, kid. There's an old saying. 2 is company, and 3 is a crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how can we get rid of Mary?
You nearly loused that one up. Well, all right, Rochester. There'll be the 3 of us for dinner. Come on, kids. Gee, I'm hungry.
Oh, so am I.
I hope Rochester has those big raw carrots. I love them.
I like the small carrot.
I like the big ones. We always argue about that every time. Now, Mary, you sit here. And Dennis, you sit over there. There we are. Now, Rochester, you can get the... Dennis, what happened?
I rolled off the chair. I had the golf ball in my back pocket.
No. Rochester, we're waiting.
Coming, boss, coming.
Well, Rochester's been a very nice Christmas Eve. The gang dropped in, we had a quiet dinner, and now they've gone home. Believe me, I'm ready for bed.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute, boss. I'll fluff up your pillow for you.
What's the matter, Rochester?
There's a package under here.
Oh, yes, it's from Dennis. It's my Christmas present.
Well, open it. Open it.
Okay. Oh, well, this is lovely. A beautiful electric alarm clock. And instead of numbers around the face, it has 12 letters that spell out Jackson Benny.
Yeah. Sure is nice.
Well, I might as well start using it right now. Rochester, you set it to the right time, and I'll plug it in.
Okay. It's 11:30 now, so I'll set it to... Pull it out! Pull it out! Pull it out!
Oh, I'm sorry, Rochester. I didn't mean... Rochester. Rochester. Oh, my goodness. Rochester, speak to me. What are you laughing at?
The lights lit up on the Christmas tree.
Oh, good. Merry Christmas, Rochester.
Merry Christmas, boys.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dennis Day will sing Schubert's Ava Maria. Merry Christmas, everybody.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike. happy-go-lucky, be happy, get better taste. Be happy-go-lucky, get better taste today.
Lucky's taste better. Friends, LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, mild, good-tasting tobacco. There's no substitute for fine tobacco, and don't let anybody tell you different. Yes, Lucky's taste better. Because their fine, mild, good-tasting tobacco goes into the cigarette proved the best made of all 5 principal brands. Let me repeat that. Proved the best made of all 5 principal brands. That's not an empty claim. That's a fact, verified by leading laboratory consultants. For example, Froling and Robertson of Richmond, Virginia, who report, it is our conclusion that Lucky Strike is the best made of these 5 major brands. So don't be misled by double talk. Remember the facts. Enjoy fine, mild, good-tasting tobacco in the cigarette that tastes better, Lucky Strike. So mild, so smooth, so firm and fresh, with better taste in every puff. When you buy cigarettes, remember, Lucky's taste better. And right now, Lucky's are available in bright, festive Christmas cartons. So this year, make it a happy-go-lucky Christmas. Give all your friends Christmas cartons of Lucky Strike, the cigarette that tastes better.
Be happy-go-lucky, go Lucky Strike today.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, Christmas is just 2 days away, so let's go out to Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills, where we find Jack and Rochester busily trimming the tree.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Santa Claus works once a year, but I work every day. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Rochester, look at it. If you're just going to stand there singing, we'll never get this tree decorated. Give me another ornament, will you, please?
Yes, sir. Here you are.
Thanks. I think I'll put this one right here. Now, that's pretty. Now, give me another one, will you, Rochester?
Yes, sir. Here you are.
Thank you. Now, I'll put this one on this branch. Just a few more and we'll be finished. Rochester, this time give me a big one.
Coming up. Here you are.
Oh, boy, this is really a big one. I think I'll hang this one up near the... Oh, darn it, I broke it. And I try to handle it so gently.
Boss, next year, why don't you buy ornaments instead of having me blow them out of bubble gum?
Never mind. Now, Rochester, I better put this star on top of the tree, and then we'll all... I can't reach the top of it.
I'll run out to the garage and get the ladder.
No, that'll take too much time. The gang will be here any minute, and I want this tree finished. I know what. You bend over, and I'll stand on your back.
Okay. Like this?
Yeah. Now, hold still while I get up on your back. There. Now, hold still, Rochester. Now, I'll reach up and put the star right up on the...
Coming!
Rochester! Ooh.
Oh, my goodness, boss. Boss, are you hurt?
Rochester, you knew I was standing on your back. Why did you move?
It's your own fault.
My fault?
Yeah, you work me like a fire horse, and when I hear a bell, I gotta go.
Oh.
Coming!
Fire horse.
Hello? No, I'm sorry.
Who was that?
False alarm.
Now, Rochester, I want to put the star up on the top of the tree, so will you please try... You better answer the door first.
Yes, sir. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun is it?
Hello, Rochester. Merry Christmas.
Oh, and a Merry Christmas to you, too, Miss Livingston. Come on in.
Hello, Jack. Have any of the other...
Hold it, Mary. Hold it. Don't move.
What?
You're under the mistletoe. Here I come. There. How was that, Mary? Mary, where are you?
I'm over here. You kissed the bridge lamp.
What?
You always close your eyes too soon.
Well, of course I closed my eyes. I was being romantic.
Romantic?
Yeah. What are you laughing at?
When you came at me with your lips puckered up, you looked like the super chief whistling at a crossing.
Super chief. Some joke.
I'm only kidding, Jack. What about these presents I brought? Where shall I put them?
Oh, presents, huh? Well, let's go in the living room and put them under the tree. Rochester, what are you doing?
I'm putting snow on the branches.
Oh, good. Well, Mary, how do you like my Christmas tree?
Oh, Jack, it's beautiful. And I've never seen such unusual ornaments.
Yes, they are, aren't they?
You know, but this one should be moved a little toward the... Jack, the ornament exploded, and all I did was touch it like... There goes another one.
I heard it. You and your sharp fingernails.
Rochester, what are you doing?
I'm blowing replacements.
That's good, Rochester.
Jack, everybody will be here soon. Help me put my gifts around the tree.
Okay, Rochester, run upstairs and bring mine, too, will you?
Yes, sir.
Well, Mary, you certainly brought enough packages.
You're not kidding. To get them over here, I thought I'd have to get a wheelbarrow.
A wheelbarrow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, say, that reminds me, Mary, of a wonderful story that's going around. It's so funny, I gotta tell it to you. Listen to this, Mary. There was a man who was working at the place where they make the atomic bombs in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And as you know, everything they do there is top secret, see? And one day at quitting time, this man was going through the gate pushing a wheelbarrow filled with Excelsior, see? When the guard... excuse me.
A package for Mr. Benny.
I'll take it, boy.
Yes, sir. Sign right here.
Certainly. There.
Thank you.
Just a minute, boy. Here's a tip for you.
Thank you.
Mary, look at this beautiful package that just came. Isn't it the... Boy, you can go.
Aren't you going to open it?
What?
The package. Please open it.
Why should I open it?
You gotta. I can't stand it any longer. For 2 weeks now, without a day off, I'm delivering Christmas packages. Big ones, little ones, green ones, red ones, blue ones, white ones.
Look, boy.
I keep trying to guess what's in these packages. The big ones, the small ones, the green ones, the red ones.
But, boy, take it easy.
I can't help it. At night when I get home, I can't eat, I can't sleep. I keep thinking. What's in these packages? The red ones, the green ones, the big ones. It's driving me nuts.
Look, fellow.
Please open it.
All right, I'll open it.
He's going to open it. Hurry.
Well, control yourself. I'm opening it. There, it's open. It's for my brother-in-law, Leonard Fenchel.
I don't care who it's from. What is it?
Here it is, see? It's an ashtray.
Oh, goody. It's an ashtray. Oh, now I can sleep tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to know and thank you, sir. Good day.
It takes so little to make some people happy. Now, Mary, where was I?
You were telling me a story about a fellow with a wheelbarrow.
Oh, yes. As I told you, everything is top secret at the atomic plant in Oak Ridge. So when this fella came through the gate with a wheelbarrow full of Excelsior, the security police noticed that... Oh, for heaven's sakes, these interruptions. Excuse me, Mary. Oh, hello, Don. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Jack.
Don, how come you brought the Sportsmen Quartet over? We're not rehearsing.
Well, they have some packages they want to put under your tree.
Oh, well, come on in, boys.
Merry Christmas, Don.
Same to you, Mary. You too, Rochester.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Wilson.
Say, Jack, I've never seen such a beautifully decorated tree.
Well, thanks, Don. Say, what's that package you have in your pocket there?
Oh, that's a present for my wife.
Oh, what is it?
Well, it's something very unusual. She'll be crazy about it.
Well, what is it, Don? What is it?
Well, Jack, we have a family album at home, and in it are several pictures of me when I was in college, high school, grammar school. And my wife asked me so many times for a baby picture.
Oh, that's cute.
Say, Don, did you have one of those baby pictures, where you're nude lying on a bearskin rug?
No, so I went down this morning and had one taken.
Don, this morning you had a... Oh, well, it'll make a beautiful calendar. Anyway, Don, when you came in, I was telling Mary a story about a fellow who worked in the atomic plant at Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And each night, this fellow would go through the gate with a wheelbarrow filled with...
Jack, I hate to interrupt at such an interesting story, but the quartet has to leave.
Oh, so long, fellas. Merry Christmas. So the security police knew that the man was stealing something. So they examined the Excelsior, but they couldn't find anything, so they let him pass, see? Then the next night, this man came through...
Listen, better watch out.
Fellas, I'm trying to tell a story.
Jack,
you don't have to sing to me
Santa
now.
Claus is coming.
I want to tell a story.
He's making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry. Listen now, Jack, we're telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
With plenty of luck, he's right on his back.
A carton or two for Mary and Jack. Santa Claus is coming to town.
And you can be sure that Santa is glad,
bringing those luckies to Mother and Dad. Santa Claus is coming to town. Now Santa knows that lucky strikes are milder, that is true. He also knows they're round and firm and they're so much better tasting to be happy-go-lucky. Better start now. Open a pack, we're telling you how. Santa Claus is coming to town on Tuesday. Listen, 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 listen. Santa Claus is coming to town.
That was very good, fellas. You can go now. So the security police once again took the Excelsior out of the wheelbarrow, see? And this time they really examined it. But when... Oh, for heaven's sake. Come in.
Hiya, kids. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Phil. Merry Christmas.
Hey, Jackson, that's a nice tree you got this year.
Well, thanks.
Have you decorated yours, Phil?
Yeah, Livy, and you ought to see it. It's in the corner of the living room, and it's got a big gold star on the top, and it's loaded down with lights and tinsel. And then in the den, we've got all of our presents laid out.
In the den? Why don't you have the presents under the tree?
Oh, there's no room there.
No room? Why, what's under the tree?
My orchestra. We had a party last night.
Phil, you mean all your musicians are lying under the tree?
Well, all except Bagby. He's sitting there playing a piano.
Oh, gee, you must be proud of him.
I would be if we had a piano.
Phil, let me ask you something. Phil, if your boys had a party last night, how come you're in such good condition?
I'm on a wagon, Dad. Don't you know that I didn't take a drink during the entire month of December?
Why not?
I promised my eyes a white Christmas.
Oh, how thoughtful.
Say, Phil, what did Alice give you for a present?
Oh, I won't know that till Christmas, but I got her something beautiful, Liv. She's really going to get a kick out of it. I called up and ordered an Encyclopedia Britannica.
Encyclopedia Britannica? That's a strange gift for you to think of. A set of books?
Books? Holy smoke, I thought it was one of them foreign cars.
Phil, how could you be so ignorant, mistaking the Encyclopedia Britannica...
Mary, leave him alone. That's a natural mistake. Anyone could have made it. Now, Phil, I'd like to ask you something.
Well, do, Jackson, do.
Well, it's about that package you have under your arm. If it's a present for me, give it to me already. If it's not, tell me so I can stop being nice to you. You know?
Hey, I'm glad you reminded me, Jackson, because it is for you.
Well, good. Put it under the tree.
No. Open it now.
Well, if you insist. Oh, Phil. Phil, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Jackson. I figured an oil painting would go swell in your den.
Well, it's really beautiful.
Well, what is it?
It's a picture of the sun rising over the downtown branch of the California Bank.
Yeah, I'll hang it between the pictures of my sponsor and Mr. Paley. You know, it looks so nice.
Hey, hello, Polly.
Oh, say, kids, I want to show you something I taught Polly to do just for Christmas. Oh, Polly. Now, Polly, recite the poem Daddy taught you. Now, come on, Polly. 'Twas the night. Come on. 'Twas the night.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house.
Go on.
Not a creature was stirring, not even a...
Come on, Polly. Not even a what? Not even a M-O-U-S-E. Moose. That's two O's. Stupid parrot. Okay, Phil, before you came in, I was telling the most wonderful story about a man and a wheelbarrow. I knew it. Come in.
Hello, everybody. Season's greetings.
Hey, kids, it's Mr. Kitzel.
Oh, Mr. Benny, I just dropped by to tell you I saw your television show last Sunday, and I enjoyed it to my heart's contentment.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kitzel.
The whole program was wonderful, but that French girl you had on with you was something special.
Oh, you mean that little French girl, that Helene Francois?
Yeah, she was so beautiful, and what a figure. Like they say in French, cette fille est la plus forme voluptueuse.
What does that mean? Well, Mr. Kitzel, if you like her so much, I got news for you.
What?
Helene Francois is going to be a guest on my radio program next week.
Oh, Mr. Benny, how I would love to see her in person. Could you get me a ticket?
I think so. In fact, I'll try to get you 2 tickets so you can take your wife along.
Try real hard and just get one.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Not that I got anything against my wife. Bless her heart. In fact, for a Christmas present, she knitted me this tie I'm wearing.
Say, that's a very pretty tie, Mr. Kitzel.
Oh, this isn't all. Wait till I unbutton my jacket. Now look.
Oh, she even knitted a belt to match the tie.
It's still the tie. She didn't know when to start.
Oh, Mr. Kitzel, you're joking.
Well, Mr. Benny, I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Same to you, Mr. Kitzel. Merry Christmas. Now, let's see. What was I doing before Mr. Kitzel came in?
You were in the middle of a joke. Yeah, that's right, Jackson. You were telling us an antidote.
No, Phil, that's anecdote. Antidote.
See, I always thought it was antidote.
No, Phil, it's anecdote.
A-N-E-C-D-O-T-E.
That she can spell, but mouse to her is moose. You know, sometimes that bird... Well, I hope that's Dennis. Then I can tell the story to everybody. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Trick or treat.
For heaven's sakes, Dennis, this is Christmas. Why in the world would you think it's Halloween?
I just passed Phil's house and there are bottles dumped all over the lawn.
Dennis, those weren't dumped. Phil had a party and those are calling cards.
Oh.
Now, come on in.
Who is it, Jack?
Bernard Baruch.
Oh, hello, Dennis. Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Say, Dennis, I was just telling you... Dennis, what happened? Your jaw looks like it's swollen.
It is.
Why? What's wrong, kid?
I had a tooth pulled this morning.
Oh, that's a shame, Dennis. Was it hurting you?
No.
Have a cavity in it?
No.
Well, why did you have it pulled?
My uncle's a dentist, and that's what he gave me for Christmas.
Well, that's the most stupid thing I ever heard. Letting your uncle pull your tooth.
Oh, it's not so stupid.
Jack's right, Dennis. How could you let your uncle pull your tooth for a Christmas present?
It looks silly in my mouth.
Why?
He already had it gift wrapped.
Dennis, do you mean that you
Mary, are you going to go along with this thing?
Jack, this is so fantastic. I've got to find out.
All right. It's up to you.
Dennis, do you mean that you let your uncle pull one of your teeth every Christmas?
Uh-huh. And then I can't wait until my birthday, so he'll pull another one.
Well, why?
Well, that's how I keep my uppers and lowers even.
Look, Dennis, 3 more years and you can call me Gummy. Dennis, it's Christmas. Why can't you come in here just once a year? And, oh, my goodness, look what I forgot.
What?
This present here under the tree. It's for Ed, the man who guards my ball.
Well, Jack, that's certainly nice of you to remember him.
Down all the years that Ed has been down there, never once have I forgotten him at Christmas. Excuse me, kids. I want to go down there and give him his present. Gee, it's dark. I can hardly see the bridge across the moat. Oh, there it is. The moat looks empty without the alligator. I'll have to get another one. Mary had to have a purse for Christmas. Oh, well.
Who goes there? Friend or foe?
Friend.
What's the password?
When you say I beg your pardon, then I'll come back to you.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Benny.
That's right, Ed.
Well, I'll light a candle so you can see the combination on the safe.
Oh, no, Ed. I'm not down here to open the safe.
You're not?
No, I brought you your present.
Oh. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday.
No, Ed. No. It's Christmas.
Christmas? How time flies.
Well, go ahead, Ed. Go ahead. Open your present.
I will.
There you are, Ed. Do you like it?
Oh, just what I've always wanted. A kite.
I knew you'd like it.
Gee, and string, too. Well, thank you, and Merry Christmas.
You're welcome. So long, Ed.
Goodbye.
Oh, Ed.
Yes, Mr. Benny?
I got the most wonderful joke to tell you. I hope you haven't heard it before.
Down here?
Oh, I forgot. Well, anyway, Ed, it seems that a man was working at the Oak Ridge atomic plant when one night he walked out past the guard with a wheelbarrow filled with Excelsior. Now, the guard inspected the Excelsior and found nothing in it, so he let him pass. The next night, the same man came along, and again he was pushing a wheelbarrow filled with Excelsior. But this time, the guard was very suspicious, so he checked the Excelsior carefully and still couldn't find anything. This kept happening for 10 days, till the guard was nearly crazy because he knew the man was stealing something, and he couldn't find out what. So the next night, when the man came out with a wheelbarrow filled with Excelsior, the guard stopped him, took him in a room, and said, "Now look, we know you're stealing something. If you'll tell us what it is, we promise you we won't arrest you or punish you. Now, what is it you're stealing?" And the man said, "Wheelbarrows."
I don't get it.
Oh, of course not. Silly me, I forgot. You've been down here so long, you don't know what an atomic plant is.
I don't even know what a wheelbarrow is.
Oh. Well, Merry Christmas, Ed.
Merry Christmas.
Jack, you took so long, we're all waiting for you.
Waiting? Where is everybody?
In the next room. They're all gathered around the piano. Dennis is going to sing some Christmas carols.
Oh, good. Let's go in and listen. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my sponsor and my entire cast, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas.
This is the CBS Radio Network.